3 tips to look extremely powerful, confident, and convincing when you're speaking in front of an audience. This is Dipika saying, welcome to She Means Business. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And you can also follow me on social media. I'm available as She Means Business, Dipika saying, pretty much everywhere. Now, when you're speaking in front of an audience, whether it's an audience of 5 or 6 in a meeting, or it's an audience of 50 or 60 in a large presentation, these are 3 body language tips that will help you to not only look powerful and confident, but also feel confident. Tip number 1, feet underneath your shoulders. It's an extremely grounding and powerful pose to put your feet directly underneath your shoulders and your weight distributed equally on both your feet. Not, one foot in front of the other, one foot behind the other, standing on one foot. If you put your weight equally distributed on both your feet, it makes you feel incredibly grounded. It makes you feel less nervous, feel more confident, makes you also look very confident and very, very powerful. Tuck your stomach in, put your shoulders back, and this is an extremely powerful pose. Here's a slight addition to this tip. If there is a lot of nervous energy that you want to dispel, that you should move, that you can move, 2 steps to your left or right, or 2 steps to the front and back. Think of TEDx speakers. There is this little red carpet in the middle of the stage, and a lot of TEDx speakers will not just stand straight, in the middle of the carpet, but a lot of them move up and down, but only within that carpet and not all over the stage. That helps you to stay in focus of the audience and not wander away and distract them too much. At the same time, it helps you to dispel your nervous energy. When you move a little, it helps you to dispel your nervous energy. But remember, your movement should be very slow and very deliberate and very powerful. Don't make jerky movements up and down. Again, very distracting, and it doesn't make you look very confident. So stand with your feet directly underneath your shoulders with your weight distributed equally on both your feet. And if you do need to move, then 2 steps back or to your left and right are good. Very slow, deliberate steps are good to dispel that nervous energy. Tip number 2, use your hands to accentuate what you're saying. A lot of us don't know what to do with our hands when we're speaking in public. Our hands are actually quite embarrassing when we're speaking in public. We either shove them into our pockets or we hide them behind our back. We just don't know what to do with them. Use your hands to accentuate what you're saying, to explain things better. Now, this doesn't mean you flail your hands about. This requires practice. But slow, deliberate, powerful movements with your hands in front of you, will actually help you to explain things better. It will also make you look more confident and powerful. And visible hands, for some reason, also make you look trustworthy. You're not trying to hide anything. So again, it makes you look and feel confident both. A lot of very powerful speakers, good speakers, actually use their hands to just accentuate what they're saying. What do I mean by this? For example, if you have to say, it was a very nice presentation, or the sales rose incredibly by 3 times from year so and so to year so and so. Again, just explaining what you're saying actually helps to just explain things better. So use your hands to accentuate what you're saying. Tip number 3, your voice. I once did a theatre workshop with a very celebrated theatre facilitator, and he told us in the middle of a practice session, it was a large hall, and he went and sat at the back of the hall, and he said that there were no mics, and he said, I should be able to hear you at the back of the hall, but you shouldn't shout. Now that was strange. How do I make him hear my voice without shouting? And then he explained it to us. He said, before you start a dialogue delivery, take a deep breath. It calms your voice down and it makes your voice extremely powerful. And then he said something which did not make sense to me initially, but now I know exactly what he meant. He said your voice should not come from your throat, but imagine your voice coming from your stomach. And for many years, I tried to practice what he said, and now I know what he means. So you have to imagine your voice is coming from deep within your stomach and not just from your throat. That makes your voice extremely powerful without you having to shout. I thought this was an incredible tip, and I've practiced this over the years. It has helped my voice become calmer, more deliberate. It has helped me to speak slower, because I always feel that some of us speak very fast, but slightly slowing down, actually helps you to articulate things better, helps people to understand better, makes you look more calm, confident, and collected. Yeah, so speaking slowly, deliberately, with a very powerful voice that seems to come from your stomach is actually immensely and incredibly powerful. Try it even in a meeting. Instead of a cacophony or having to shout to have yourself heard, if you just speak in a very powerful, very slow, very deliberate voice, people will sit up and take notice. So that's tip number 3, which has helped me a lot. Public speaking is an art that has to be practiced all your lifetime. I have been giving workshops in public speaking. I have done I don't even remember how many workshops, spoken in front of so many audiences. But even now, I feel that I'm learning new things every day, and it requires a lot of practice. But it's a skill that you must keep learning and honing all your life, because that's what we do. We converse with people, we convince people, we debate with people, we negotiate with people. All our life, is spent in speaking to people, whether it's an audience of 1 or it's an audience of 200. So it's an art that you need to continuously hone, and I hope that you will practice these 3 tips and they will help you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more tips on how you can be the best version of yourself. This is Dipika saying till next time. Bye bye.